An Indian government and private agency combined study showed that nearly 54% of women and 69% of men who see women getting harassed prefer not to get involved. In 1993, the UN General Assembly adopted the Declaration of Elimination of Violence Against Women, which provided a framework for the action on these issues. However, 20 years later, UN found that 1 in 3 women still experience physical or sexual violence, in many cases by their own intimate partner. Another study conducted by the UN World Health Organization revealed that nearly 35% of the women across the globe have experienced either physical or sexual violence by an intimate partner or a non-partner. According to the Deputy Executive Director of UN Women, Lakshmi Puri, one of the primary causes of violence against women is a deep-seated belief of gender superiority for men that exists in many communities globally. We've started a journey of empowering women and to make them believe that they can protect themselves. The journey involves not just teaching women on how to deal with situations when it is happening, but also to help them understand the laws that protect them. Ignorance of the law is one of the biggest reasons for crimes going unreported, and we wish to change that. The right of a woman to feel safe in her home, on the streets, and in her workplace must remain a right and not become a privilege. There are 3 parts to the course that we will be covering: pre-incident, during the incident, and post-incident. Given the enormity of the situation, government and other institutional bodies have adopted a progressive legislation and have modified existing laws. India enacted the Criminal Law Amendment Act 2013, which brought in several changes to the Indian Penal Code in relation to sexual offences on women, such as right to free aid. When a woman goes to the police station without being accompanied by a lawyer, she is either quoted wrong, ignored, or humiliated for her statements. According to a Delhi High Court ruling, whenever a rape is reported, the senior house officer has to bring this to the notice of Delhi Legal Services Authority. The legal body then arranges for a lawyer for the victim. Right to privacy. Under Criminal Procedure Code, a woman who has been raped has the right to record her statement in private in front of the magistrate with a lady constable or the police officer in person without being overheard by anyone else that she doesn't wish to be present in the conversation. Right to untimely registration. There are many reasons as to why women may postpone going to the police station to file a complaint, like her reputation, dignity of the family, and threats from the culprit to take her life away. Police in any way cannot say no to register a case, irrespective of how late it is. Right to virtual complaint. According to the guidelines issued by the Delhi Police, if for some reason a woman can't go to the police station, she can send a written complaint through an email or registered post addressed to the senior police officer of the level of Deputy Commissioner or Commissioner of Police. The officer then directs the SHO of the police station of the area where the incident occurred to conduct a proper verification and then file an FIR. The police can then come over to the residence of the victim to take her statement. Right to zero FIR. Sometimes the police station under which the incident occurs refuses to register the victim's complaint in order to keep clear of responsibility and tries to send the victim to another police station. In such cases, she has the right to lodge an FIR at any police station in the city under the zero FIR ruling. The senior officer then directs the SHO of the concerned police station to lodge an FIR. Right to no arrest. According to the Supreme Court ruling, a woman cannot be arrested after sunset and before sunrise, even if there is a woman constable accompanying the officers. In case the woman has committed a serious crime, the police requires it to get it in writing from the magistrate explaining why the arrest is necessary during the night. Right to not being physically present at or called to the police station. A woman cannot be called to the police station for interrogation under Section 160 of the Criminal Procedure Code. The police can interrogate a woman at her residence in the presence of a woman constable and family members or friends. We hope that through this course, women feel more empowered and understand the rights they have under the law.